Hi there. Welcome back to Priya's maths classes. Well, today I'll be talking of the concepts of zero and infinity. Zero and infinity. My topic for the day is zero and infinity. See, zero means null, void, or it means shunya, right? Nil, nothing, emptiness. And infinity means everything, everything. So it's unbounded. All, I use the word all and unbounded. No bounds, no limits. If we were to define a point, we say that a point it's having no dimension, right? No length, no breadth, no thickness. It just denotes a position in space, a point. Point A, we'll say. Whereas a line extends indefinitely in both directions. This is my line AB. If I were to denote it, I have to locate 2 points and then specify that, right? So it means this line extends indefinitely. So there's a lot to understand regarding zero and infinity. A lot of my 10th standard students used to make a lot of mistakes regarding multiplication and division. So I thought I'll do this video to make people understand what exactly is this division by zero, multiplication by zero, and so on. Now, in the real number system, everything has a reciprocal except 0. What do I mean by reciprocal? Reciprocal of 3 is 1 by 3. Reciprocal of half is 1 by half, which is 2. Reciprocal of 3 by 2 is 2 by 3. Reciprocal of minus 4 by 5 is minus 5 by 4, and so on. Okay? That is what we mean by reciprocal. But 0 doesn't have a reciprocal. The reciprocal of 0 is 1 by 0, which is not defined. Okay? It's like dividing the whole by nothing, emptiness, which you cannot define it. You can divide 6 by 3, you will get 2 by 1 otherwise. You can divide fractions. You can divide 1 by 2, which is 0.5, half. So it's defined, right? 1 by 0 is not defined. So remember, whenever 0 comes in the denominator, let there be anything here. This stands for anything. So when 0 comes in the denominator, the answer is not defined. Right? See, we shouldn't confuse. Infinity, of course, is, when we explain to students, we say infinity is infinite. What do you mean by infinite? Unbounded. God's love is infinite. Space is infinite. It's not bounded, right? So infinity is a number which is, it's not a number actually speaking. We say something which is far, far away, beyond what we can think, beyond what we can visualize, beyond what we can reach. It's like the horizon. We know what's horizon, right? An imaginary line where the sky and the earth appear to meet. It's imaginary line. It's not there. Say I'm walking towards the horizon. When I seem to have reached that point or that place, that line has moved or shifted. It's something like that. So yes, we teach numbers to children. We teach numbers from 1 to 100. It's okay. 100 is such a big number. Then we move on to thousands. Then we move on to 10,000. Then 6 digit and so on. If it's the Indian system, we would talk of lakhs and crores. International system, millions and billions and trillions and so on, right? So if somebody were to ask you, which is the biggest number? We don't know. We don't know, right? Because the set of numbers is infinite. Real numbers is infinite. So it's very much like a concept. It's not that there's one end point. Yes, we have reached that infinity. No, you can't say that. So even that cannot be defined then. So what is 0 divided by 3? That is 0. It follows from this. 3 into 0 is 0. So shift this 3 down. So 0 is equal to 0 divided by 3. So 0 divided by non-zero is always 0. Okay, and 0 divided by 0 is equal to what? That's my next question. So we know 3 divided by 3 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 100 divided by 100 is 1. Minus 4 divided by minus 4 is 1. Unity. When the numerator and the denominator are identical, the answer is 1, or the whole 1. Okay. So likewise, we are tempted to say that 0 divided by 0 is 1. It's not right. 0 divided by 0 is not 1. Then what is it? And why is it different? Let's see. So now my question is, what is 0 divided by 0? It is shunya and shunya. You're dividing nothing by nothing actually. See, in physics, your 0 is nothing but vacuum or space. But space is unbounded. It's infinite. Okay, so this seems to be a contradiction. Now I'll let you know what it is in a minute. Like, we are familiar with multiplication, basic multiplication and division, right? 6 divided by 3 is 2. So 3 into 2 is 6. 2 into 3 is 6. So 6 when divided by 3, I take 3 down, I get 2. I take 2 down, I get 3. Simple maths, just basic multiplication, basic division. 10 divided by 2 is 5, because it follows from this. 5 into 2 is 10, and 2 into 5, whichever way. We know multiplication is commutative. Commutative as in 2 into 5 is as good as 5 into 2. So 5 into 2 is 10, 2 into 5 is 10. So when I bring 2 down, I get 5. When I bring 5 down, I get 2. Simple logic. Anyway, whatever it is, the study of multiplication precedes the study of division. I can't study division without knowing multiplication. It makes sense. So from this, I define division, and I arrive at these two things, right? Now let's do the same thing with 0. What is 3 into 0? It is 0. Anything multiplied with 0 is 0. 7 into 0 is 0. Minus 300 into 0 is again 0. So anything into 0 is 0, or even the other way around. 0 into anything. 0 into 500 is 0. 500 into 0 is 0. So what do we get? So if here, look at this expression here, equation rather. I would say 0 is 0 by 0 divided by 3. And here it is 0 is 0 divided by 7. Here it is 0 is 0 divided by minus 300. Which is the correct answer? Which is right here? The fact remains that all are right. All are right here. All are correct. It's because we cannot define division, right? In terms of, for 0, we cannot define division because division by 0 is not allowed. It's not defined. So what is 7 then? Is it 0 by 0? What is 3? 0 by 0. Minus 300 is 0 by, likewise when I did here, I said I pushed 3 down, I got 2. When I pushed 2 down, I got 3. If I apply the same logic here, I should get that, right? But I'm getting different answers. I'm getting 3 different answers. So division by 0 is not defined. So let's remember, let us say this represents a non-zero, any non-zero element. Then I would say this by, you can give it any name, you can give it your name. This by 0 is not defined. 0 by this is defined. It's defined and it is equal to 0. 0 is defined. The division process by 0 is not defined, we say. So anything by 0 is not defined. 0 by any non-zero, because this is a non-zero entity, right? So I've taken this as a symbol for my non-zero entity. So 0 by non-zero is defined and is equal to 0. 0 by any non-zero is equal to 0. And 0 by 0 is not defined. I hope this helps.